Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Blue Wave. I'm your host, Max Lopez. So, RFK has recently withdrawn from the presidential race, and it's come as quite a shock to some people in RFK's circle, who were really hoping for him to kind of see it out to the end. People who were disillusioned with what the Harris campaign has to offer and what Trumpism has to offer. But the thing is that RFK was only ever in it for RFK, and I think that was pretty clear from the beginning, based on based on a lot, but it's really becoming very very clear now, uh, based on how abruptly he's kind of switched over to supporting Trump. So we have this article here from msnbc, and it says a betrayal. RFK Jr.'s family members decry his endorsement of Trump. In a statement, five Kennedy siblings reiterated their support for the Harris-Walz ticket and called Robert F. Kennedy's decision to back Trump a sad ending to a sad story. Kennedy's family members have denounced his decision to endorse Trump after calling after he dropped out of the presidential race, calling it a betrayal of their family values. In a statement released shortly after Kennedy announced Friday he was suspending his independent bid for president and backing the Republican nominee, five of his siblings reiterated their support for the Democratic ticket and criticized their brother. Our brother Bobby's decision to endorse Trump today is a betrayal of the values that our father and our family most hold dear, they wrote. It is a sad ending to a sad story. The statement was signed by five of his eight surviving siblings: Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, Courtney Kennedy, Carrie Kennedy, Chris Kennedy, and Rory Kennedy. Here's a picture of the statement they released. Kennedy's family members have been open about their disdain for his long shot presidential bid. Several of them publicly backed President Joe Biden in April, and they have continued to support the Harris-Walz tickets since Biden stepped aside. So, if you needed any more evidence that Kennedy was only in it for Kennedy, look no further than how quickly he is now supporting Trump after just 3 months ago. Let's not forget, he was saying that Trump could not lead the country, that Trump was somebody that was dangerous for the country, yada, 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 right? But we're in this day and age of politics where there's a certain subset of people out there that are engaging with politics for to grift, to make money, right? They're not in it to make the lives of anybody in America better. They're not in it to help out a single person out there in the country that needs help financially or with healthcare or with their rights being protected, because there's people that want to take their rights away. There's not a single reason that Kennedy was ever interested in being president other than himself. And this is one of the biggest differences in left-wing politics and right-wing politics today, is that, sure, I don't agree with everything that the Democratic Party presents or whatever, but I'm for a whole lot of it. And people in the Democratic Party are genuinely trying to make people's lives better. And what Trumpism represents, and what people who often call themselves independents, these fence sitters who say they're independent but generally tend to seem to lean more to the right, what they tend to be, in my opinion, is selfish. And they kind of have this idea of, I got mine, so screw anybody else who needs help. Look no further than, you know, how much noise has been made about the border and people coming in from other countries trying to come make a life here. And it's just, it's outrageous. the amount of fear mongering around the border, when you're much more likely to be killed in this country by a white person, a victim of white crime than Hispanic crime. So yeah, Kennedy's whole withdrawal from the race, it really just exemplifies the fact that he was in it to grift. He was never a serious candidate at all. He never had any serious platform. He never made any attempt to appeal to any groups of voters, and he ran a really weird campaign. And there's a lot of weird stuff that came out about the guy, and it just became evident that this guy is not serious. Somewhere along the line, and I think it's probably when Biden's his whole family came out and endorsed Biden over him, and basically said they tried to warn us. The Kennedy family tried to warn us about Robert F. Kennedy, and now he's out of the race and immediately went and backed Trump. And it's just not that surprising. It's disappointing. I mean, you would hope that he would stand for something. He would stand for fighting to the end, or at least not endorsing Trump. Like, at least you'd hope he wouldn't do that. But he went and endorsed Trump, so it sucks. It's not good. I wish that he would have not endorsed Trump, obviously, but he went and did that, and it really shows what he was in it for from the beginning, despite all this flowery talk of being so different than the left and the right and presenting this different vision. No, the guy's in it for himself. And he showed that.